All right, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another beer from Urban Artifact, and they're out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and this is their photo booth. So they're calling this a Grapefruit Gose, which is a Gose that is brewed with both grapefruit juice and zest, comes in at 4.3% alcohol by volume, 11 IBUs at the time of review. This can is just under 3 months old. So when it comes to Urban Artifact, most of the beers that I have reviewed from them on the channel have been their Midwest Fruit Tarts. So when I saw just a Grapefruit Gose, I was like, you know what, let's give it a go. So on the back here it says this Gose is brewed with 200 pounds of grapefruit juice and 100 pounds of grapefruit zest in each 30 barrel batch. So yeah, interesting. I want to get into it. Sounds like this would be a great summer crusher, so drinking it in mid-fall is the best idea I've ever had. I picked this up in mid-September when I went to Cincinnati, so, you know, almost a couple months old at the time of review. I mean, the can itself is just under 3 months old, but I mean, it's been a couple months since I grabbed it. It's been in my fridge ever since, so we should be fine. Anyway, that is looking beautiful. A little bit of Dirty Glass Mafia on this Upland glass, but anyway. Yeah, that looks like a Gose. Grapefruit Gose, sure, has this really nice, like, bright orange color, some yellow tinges in there. Had about a half finger of this off-white, eggshell white colored head that is dissipated to a thin film, murky and turbid. Looks like a Gose. Let's get a nose on it. Yeah, lots of grapefruit. Wow, that's a ton of grapefruit. Smells more like a white grapefruit as opposed to a ruby red. Seems like it's going to have more of like a dry bittering sensation than a sweeter sensation or a more juicier sensation. Yeah, a little bit of tartness in this one. Not really sour. Touch of salinity, but this is all about the grapefruit. It's hard to get past the grapefruit, honestly. Yeah, it smells like grapefruit, not much more. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. It's Grapefruit Gose. Man, that's nice, actually. Letting it sit there on the palate. That salinity kind of hit on the back of the palate. That's nice. Right front, tons of grapefruit juice. I'm going to say white grapefruit as opposed to like a ruby red. It's more dry, touch of bitterness, not really sweet, but it's just more of like just an authentic grapefruit flavor. There's really no sweetness to speak of. Passes through the palate, hit with more of like, you get a slight tartness from the grapefruit, but then more of like the tart Gose base. It has like a little lemony kick too, and then it finishes with the salinity, the salt coming forward. And it's really not, it's hard to explain, but it's just like grapefruit, lemon, and then salinity with a nice tartness mixed in. This is a summer crusher through and through. Like I said, it was going to be in the nose. Like this just seems like this would be a summer crusher, and I'm sure it is. Body on this one, 4.3%, higher side of light body, fine, appropriate. The mouthfeel, really crisp, very effervescent, and relatively clean. Aside from like a slight salinity on the back of the palate, finish is really clean. I want to go back to drink more of it, and I'm going to. Semi-dry finish, not really any residual. Maybe like almost a full-on, semi to full-on dry finish. Touch of residual sugars, but not really. That salinity, like I said, is the only thing really left on the palate. Yeah, this is not super complex. This is not crazy, but that's not what this beer is meant to be. It's a Grapefruit Gose. It's a Gose that is brewed with grapefruit. They released this one back in, I believe, middle of August, so you're talking pretty much the middle to later parts of the summer, and that's what this beer is meant to be drank in the summertime, spring, summertime. And the fact that they released this one, at least the batch I had, was in August, it's appropriate. It's a damn good beer. I'm really happy to give this one a go because I've drank so many of their Midwest fruit tarts, and they're all pretty tasty. But just to see a Grapefruit Gose like this, yeah, they did a pretty good job with it. You get the grapefruit, you get the base Gose. It has, all the parts that you want in this beer, and yeah, I'm digging it. So nothing mind-blowing, but just a damn tasty, solid Grapefruit Gose. So photo booth from Urban Artifact, I'm going to give this a high 3.75 out of 5. I'm going to go 3.85 out of 5. To get into the 4 range, I don't know what it would honestly need. I always do that as I say, to get in this range, I don't know. 3.85 is what I'm thinking right now. As I always say, when it comes to ratings, they don't matter that much. But for me, 3.85 is a solid, good score. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Because be curious if anybody has had beers outside of just their Midwest Fruit Tarts, because this is a damn tasty Gose, and I want to drink more from Urban Artifact that aren't the Midwest Fruit Tarts, although those are delicious, and I will drink them anytime I am sent one or I can pick it up. But yeah, anyway, price and availability on this one. Availability, I picked this up, I think, at Jungle Gyms in Fairfield, Ohio, I'm pretty sure. And I want to say I paid like $2.50 a can, $2.25 a can, something like that. That's fine for a Grapefruit Gose. Most Goses that I grab that are that size and have stuff like Westbrook's, like key lime pie Gose and things like that, they're usually in like the $3 range. So this is a bit cheaper than that. And yeah, I think it has good price point, good availability, pretty tasty beer. So 3.85 out of 5 for Photo Booth from Urban Artifact. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. 4.3%, drinks like a lower ABV beer that you could crush. I mean, I could crush a 6-pack of this out at the beach, at a barbecue by the poolside. This is the definition of a summer crusher, especially if you like grapefruit. I enjoy grapefruit, not the hugest grapefruit fan, which is probably why this isn't getting a 4 out of 5 or higher. So there you go. How would this get a 4 out of 5 on my scale? Not be grapefruit. I know that sounds stupid, but at the end of the day, I do dig it for what it is. So 3.85 out of 5. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Until the next one. Cheers.